And welcome back. Here we are once again in the wastelands of Cairn. Those of you just joining us will notice we have some new faces in the lineup there. We'll get to know them shortly if you're not already familiar, or reacquaint the ones that maybe you've just missed so desperately. But when last we had left off, we had, I believe, just dispatched a whole mess of slightly skeletal carnies and a rather withered carny master. Our little crew, Genesis, Wilhelm, Sorsha, Uki, and Listener, along with the four Phoenix and the carrier ant, had taken refuge from the storm in the back of the tent and finished riding it out there, resting up in the process, tending to whatever small wounds they had gotten in the previous fight. And that's kind of where we're picking up from right now. The five of you, is there anything crucial you need to do over the course of the rest that I have granted you?
Given that he wouldn't really rest up much, Listener would actually have poked around in the Ringmaster's belongings, whatever effects might have survived in his little back room. Because it'll be funnier, I'll say he has no interest in loot, and he's specifically interested in his insights into the nature and control of death.
All right, I will say this. You did find in his belongings, most of which were raggedy, torn up, old, and rotted. You did find one thing that was very carefully wrapped and protected and very cared for. It was some sort of tome with a bunch of writings in it you didn't quite recognize right off the bat. It's not a language you recognize.
Yeah. I'll definitely sit with that for the remainder of the rest and, query the collective, see if we can get anything
Give me
to turn up from an appendage.
Give me an Arcana check.
I was about to say, that sounds like something we should be hiding from the Wraith Guard.
Just a little. Oh. Wow.
That's with a +7 in advantage. Wow.
They suspect it is a magical tome, but that's about all you can really gather. It's not really their strong point. There's not a lot of spellcasters within the O.
That's fair enough. I'll certainly keep it with me.
Okay.
Perhaps future study will unravel its secrets. I'm very patient.
No worries at all. No worries at all. Anybody else got anything they need to do over the course of their rest?
Nope, just sleep.
Okay. Right.
I treated myself because I think I was like the only one who got hurt, right?
Yeah, and you already determined that the infection did not pass.
Yeah, we kind of did that last session, and Saoirse played Coming Clean.
Thank goodness.
I was fairly certain, but I don't believe I treated myself with any of my herbs, so I will use the appropriate one.
All right. No, you're good. You're good. Like I say, grant yourselves a long rest, of course. Keep in mind the differential with our long rest versus standard. Not that any of you took any real damage, but over the course of your rest, except for you, over the course of your rest, of course, the storm abates. It dies down outside. The tent stops flapping around. It gets very, very still out here. You kind of remember the pre-storm desert feeling like this out here in the wastes, very still, but after all the noise and bluster of the black storm blowing through, it's once again just a little unnerving. But as you're starting to break camp, as Genesis is tending to the Phoenix and the ant, and Wilhelm is gathering up his supplies, and etc., nice roll. I need anybody who wants to give me a perception check. Nice.
Doing really well today.
I feel a premonition of bad things to come.
It's hilarious because listeners usually the one that's like, "Oh, I rolled a 50." Huh.
Actually, that's wrong.
I am usually rolling some nonsense out here to compensate for my lack of combat ability.
It's all good.
Probably fine, but I'll just.
And the lack of combat ability usually produces nonsense on the opposite end.
Man, that's true.
I will say Wilhelm and
Throw back to the double nat one.
Yes, exactly. But Wilhelm and Genesis. You
Speaking
hear
of non-combat ability,
you hear movement coming from the front of the tent, as if there's multiple people or creatures walking around outside the tent flaps.
I try to get listeners' attention.
He's kind of lost in thought right now. How do you do it?
I start waving, and if that
In your
doesn't
head.
work,
In your
I
head, you hear it. Hey,
Psst.
Hey.
Hmm?
hey.
Yes.
Look.
He looks around. He sees you waving. He opens up a line to you.
I share that there is movement outside so that he can share it, so that everyone knows without me having to make noise.
Listener silently communicates with the remainder of the party. To Uki, it might still be a slightly strange experience, warning them that some people are moving around outside.
Funny, like intense.
All right. So, real quick, as you guys are kind of prepping for whatever might be out there, I'm going to switch over to our two estranged members here. Okay. Don't listen, except for the two of them.
Everyone would deafen themselves.
Nice. Vanwarin and Kaz, you've ridden up on this dilapidated carnival tent. You're both kind of not real eager to pass things like this up because it could be a chance to scavenge supplies and Lord knows what else. I need both of you to give me perception checks, please.
Ooh, okay. Wow. Okay.
Nice.
Well, first roll in a long time, and I get that. All right.
Nice.
Vanwarin sees all.
I see some people
All right.
on Discord.
So, you're gonna have to forgive me a little bit because it's been a very well. I've hardly ever used like Roll20.
Oh no, you're good. You should be able to just click on the perception, the word perception, on your character sheet under your skills, and it should roll.
Okay. Cool. 1 second then.
No worries.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Wow.
See literally
That's
everything.
a 1 in 400 right there.
Wow. So the two of you peer into the icky black of the inside of the tent. You see it's just mangled and in ruin. You smell oil faintly as if it's been dried and for some time. You see numerous bodies scattered the floor, but they're all desiccated and emaciated as if they've been dead for some time. Not to mention the large skeletal structure on the slightly raised stage in the center. The stage itself is surrounded by broken chairs and whatnot. Beyond the stage, you see a large curtain, tattered and in ribbons. However, based upon your rolls, you see multiple sets of eyes peering out at you from behind, and you can definitely hear the sounds of some type of animal or livestock back there, as well as humanoids moving about.
Okay, well, Kaz takes a look at the elven guy next to him and says, I'm not so sure, but I believe the term is hollow the camp. Did I get that right? Is it hello the camp? Something like that?
Yeah, sure. I don't know what you're talking about, but it does look like fun.
Awesome.
Well, ladies first, as he walks through the tent.
You should have control over your minis if you want to move them into the tent there. They're at the very bottom.
Wait, there are minis?
Oh, yeah.
I have to zoom out on the top right to be a slider.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
You also have control over your mount, but I assume you might want to leave him outside. You don't have to. You can bring him in.
That would
You don't have to lose
probably
your
be-
mount, but you can.
I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm looking at. Hello, that looks like a crown.
There you go. Do you see the radiating purple circle?
I do.
That's you. There you go.
That's me. Hey.
Yeah, you should be able to move him. Uki, you just jumped.
Yeah, Uki's trying to figure out where she's supposed to be at the moment.
Here, I'll move you back. You're actually back here in the back of the tent. If you move forward, you can kind of see through. I know there's like a wall there, so to speak.
That's weird. I know I'm crazy, but I swear I just saw somebody staring there.
Yeah, I was in the middle of a dark blackness. It was only me. I'm like, am I in the right adventure? And now I see everyone else.
There you go. Yeah, sometimes you have to move your mini a bit to get it to register with Roll20. It's weird like that.
So in what direction were the eyes peering at us from?
You should be able to see the tattered curtains back here.
Well, this place looks great, especially those bones over there.
All right.
So why don't you scout out for some place we can rest, and I'm gonna totally not take those bones.
Classic.
So, the rest of you, give me one more little perception check, would you?
Yeah, the dwarf is kind of looking at the elf going, what the hell have I got myself into here?
Oh, this is normal. This
There
is
you go.
completely normal. Everyone here likes to scavenge for bones, you see? Since, up here, we don't have much wood or whatever we would normally use for weapons and arrows and bows and chairs and homes. So we use bones instead. It's pretty resourceful and stronger.
So, Genesis, Listener, and Storsha, you guys recognize one of these voices that's speaking in the tent very well.
I'm going to peer out from behind that curtain.
Yeah, you see Vanwarin and an unfamiliar dwarf, as well as a very large reptilian lizard with a saddle that's giving off black misty tendrils and purple glowing eyes.
That's a little disconcerting, but for now, Saoirse's just so happy that she's just going to explain, Vanwarin!
I peer
What?
out of the curtain above your head.
I didn't think I had a voice that sounded like that in my head.
Like the children peering out of the doorway. Just
Yeah.
stacked heads.
If you guys move your minis south, you'll be in the tent proper. There you go.
I like to think that the phoenix and the ant are following suit.
You have control over moving them since you were leading them, so feel free to move them. So yes, Kaz, a small menagerie of people is coming out, including 4 large riding foxes called Fennecs and a enormous carrier ant.
Okay.
They seem to be familiar with your traveling companion.
I'd watch out for them. They're kind of boring.
Wait, was that carrier
Yeah.
ant or terrier ant?
I can't move the ant.
Terror ant.
Terror. Terror.
Any
terror.
ant that size is terrifying by default.
I know, I think it's cute.
Terror ant.
I can't move the ant.
Oh, you can't move the ant? Dead
Yeah.
ant. Dead ant. Let me see here.
Oh.
Here we go. There you go. Give it a try now. There you go. Yeah, there he is.
You can do it.
You can do it.
Wow, look at that ant.
You can do it all night long.
Oh, no, it got weird quick.
Is that Van
We're talking about
Warren?
ants.
Is that Van Warren?
Yeah, you can see him now.
He's a big ant. He can move that rubber tree plant.
Wilhelm,
Lizard. Oh, what is this?
Yes.
with everyone being so excited, your mind as a benevolent, all you can think of is, don't touch the bodies. Don't touch the bodies.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
I am paying close attention to make sure that no one is touching the bodies.
the bottom.
In particular, I am staring at Van Warren, knowing his love of bones.
Genesis, you're getting pretty close to the strange, black tendrilled, glowing-eyed lizard.
Hello?
Kaz, is
You
your friend friendly?
You might want to step back from a lizard friend. He kind of like gives off a little bit of an aura.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
Not to me, but to pretty much everybody else.
in fact, Genesis, as you closed in and got close, you could feel it starting to just pull at you, like as if it was starting to try to drain some of your life energy.
I mean,
You know
he's
what?
he's
No.
he's not a bad guy. I mean, he saved my life, but yeah,
He's kind of stinky though.
yeah, he needs
Alright,
a bit of a
Archibald.
bath.
Archibald.
All right, Archibald, you're in charge. Okay? Keep them all safe. I'll be right back.
But that is a beautiful looking insect right there. Oh, no doubt.
Oh yeah. Now you've probably seen the carrier ants before down below. You guys would use them in the larger chambers.
But what I'm saying is the colors on him and the markings are just beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, you have a thing for animals.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like markings.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
It's time for the instant insight check. Yay!
Are you vibing him?
Good sir, how are your vibes?
Ooh.
That's pretty good. So, the individual that's walking up here right now, are you wearing your mask, by the way?
I am.
All right. She's wearing a mask that covers pretty much her ears and entire face. It's definitely a human of some sort. You're not real familiar with humans very much.
No, they all look the same to me.
Yeah, they pretty much do. She is wearing a mask and rather loose flowing clothing, but she comes up and you can tell like she's really focused on you.
She's a little less bored than the other ones.
What are you looking for, Master Miss? What are you looking for specifically? That's a pretty good roll.
I don't know. I guess what his intentions are. Not really alignment, but how cohesive is he going to be? Like,
He comes across as stoic, stalwart, honest, and curious, but at the same time, you can
Very.
definitely sense there's some scars there that go way deeper than anything on the surface.
do I see anything that's going to cause me a problem?
No, you actually feel pretty at ease.
Okay.
The lizard's a little off-putting, but not threatening, at least for now.
Yeah. Can I vibe check the lizard?
You probably don't want to.
Yeah, you can.
It's probably going to piss up your leg, to be honest.
I'm gonna step back over here and instant insight check. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
damn.
So you're vibing the lizard?
I am examining whatever passes for vibes in the cold-blooded animal kingdom.
This is a little difficult. As you connect in the way that you do, empathetically, like you sense, it's enough to like actually unnerve you. The cold, the void that's there. It's like a vacuum, but you still don't feel threatened. Like you feel like it's completely in control. It's not seeking to do anyone harm without command.
Nice.
You can also tell you probably don't want to get too close to it, though.
Vanwarin is going to go over to it and pet it, though.
Are you sure?
Mate, you might
I'm
want to
gonna
take a step back. Oh,
gonna
shit,
pat
he's
you
going
on the
towards you
back.
anyway. Fucking.
I'm gonna pat you on the back and be like, "Welcome back." Well, time to
Yeah,
get out
yeah,
of these dead bodies. I gotta get
what
out
was
of
your name
here. I
again?
don't like it. I want to make
What's
sure
your
that
name
the
again?
animals are safe. I don't trust Archibald over there by himself for that long.
Poor
Not over there
Archibald.
with earth, wind, fire, and water. They cannot be trusted. All right, buds. What are you up to? What are
So-
you guys doing?
Just to throw this out there, Uki, they all seem to be very familiar with this elf. You've likely never seen an elf, and if you had, it was probably a bad experience. You have the same rumors in your head that most people do, that they're horrible, stark, raving cannibals that live in the deep deserts of the waste and waylay strangers for food. This one seems
Yeah.
remarkably calm, though.
But other than that, they're fine.
Yeah, she's kind of keeping her distance a little bit, waiting to get a better, she's, as I said, she will often be a bit more, just because she's quiet doesn't mean she's disinterested. She's just observing and getting a lay for the land. So
Right
kind of
on.
waiting to see how the other members of this party engage with these new characters, and also recognizing that she herself is new to this party. So
Yeah. Fair enough.
Pet
Fair
their-
enough.
Pet their ears. Make sure they slept well.
What are the rest of you guys doing? Listener, Sorsha, Wilhelm, anybody?
It's okay. You guys gonna be
I'm just kind of watching and observing because Saoirse's still not completely comfortable around Uki and our new guy here, Kaz, to really like get into herself. But she was too excited to see Vanwarin again because yeah, the party's been through a lot together.
Now, I should say
But-
that Vanwarin actually looks a little bit different. Like he's
Yeah.
showed up in like full armor. He's got a bone bow on his back still, but he's carrying a shield, and you probably recognize the axe from the tomb.
Yeah, I was about to pipe up and ask Vanwarin, where did you get that armor?
Well, someone didn't need it anymore, so I just took it.
Hey, can we get out of here?
Of course.
Well, but can I have those bones?
Can we? No. Can we get out of
Those
here?
bones? Those bones?
No.
Those
No.
bones?
Oh, so
No.
how
Those
is
bones?
so? I guess the question Uki would have for our the folks who just came in is, how's the weather out there? How's the storm? Is it seem to be dying down?
Yes. Just to let you guys know.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know what it's like normally, but it seems like from last night to what it is now, yeah, sure, it seems a lot better.
There's still
I
more
mean-
dirt in the air than on the ground, though.
Yeah, but it's not trying to kill you no more.
Fair. Fair assessment.
Can we get out of here?
You sure can, but I don't know where you're gonna go.
Oh yeah, Vanwarin's probably not entirely familiar with where you're trekking. It may or may not be.
Yeah.
If you guys would like to exit the tent and to discuss it, though, you may. It's up to you.
Wilhelm, I have a question
Yes.
pertaining to the sanitation of contagious illnesses. Can I finally light the stump on fire when we get out of here?
You've been itching to burn this place down.
Please?
Let's see how the wind is blowing first. In theory, as long as the smoke blows away from us and we don't inhale it or come in contact with it through our skin, we should in theory be okay.
I mean,
But
Alright,
definitely need to see if the wind is blowing, because we do not want to be downwind of this.
what is it with humans wanting to burn stuff? What is the point? What does it do? Apart from bloody burn your lungs.
Can we get out of here?
I mean, if you're going to burn it down, yeah.
You probably shouldn't
Burn
stay
it
in here with all the disease running rampant or potential disease.
Exactly. If you think about it, I'm just concerned about your health.
All right.
So,
So,
yeah.
if everyone is heading out, unless anyone is not heading out,
Hmm?
I will switch us. Switch
Casually
coming.
knock over a candle. If there is one. Just
I will switch us over to the overland, and I will also get the sounds going for you again. Sorry.
I'm doing that thing that people do when they like burn something up and walk away from it.
The
There you
sound
go.
goes quiet. It's what it does. Yeah.
Oh yeah, classic. So you should see kind of roundabout where you are right now on the big overland map. Of course, just to refamiliarize those of you who have been traveling, Abattoir is here. Butcher's Block is here. Which is lovely this time of year, from what I hear.
Well, good, because we're heading there anyways.
Now, Vanwarin, you left before they took off for Butcher's Block, if I remember correctly. Is that right?
I think we were just about to leave for it, but yes.
Okay, so if they start talking about Butcher's Block, you'll recognize what they're talking about.
Saoirse was freaking out about how a little 3-foot tall man that suddenly appeared right beside her stole the key from the Somnambulist prophecy, and Vanwarin was like, "Nobody steals better than me," and darted off, or whatever.
Yeah, that sounds
Classic.
like the nutter I've known for all of 20 minutes.
You know, he is the best
Elf
stealer.
I've ever met. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, he's the
just the
best at
best.
everything. Duh.
Yeah, of course. Y'all know me by now.
Duh.
You'd have to be crazy to think anything else.
All right, if we're gonna keep saying duh, somebody who's not absolutely tone deaf, please follow it up with the bad guy do 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 do, please. I would, but I'm not prepared to be quite that embarrassed.
Sorry, that was actually Malachi's theme song, and I'm pretty sure he's trademarked it already. So.
Oh, okay.
You're not. You're not about the Mana song, are you?
Oh no, we won't go there. We won't go
Because
there.
that would be terrible.
Some wounds even I can't heal.
Yeah. So I will say, if you guys pressed ahead at this point, just between where you're at now and Butcher's Block, at absolute most 3 days, you could potentially push it in 2. You did have to backtrack a little bit.
I'm just gonna be AFK like 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
No, you're good.
Okay, here's your Finnick. Here's yours. Wait, here's yours. Right. Everyone. Wait, no. You had fire, not water. No. Okay, here. Alright.
Which one did I get?
You got water. I thought it was funny because this week.
Perfect.
Here.
So
There is
Going
one
to
thing
pat
I
the
want.
Phoenix.
what's that, Wilhelm?
So obviously the food came from the Benevolence. They gave us the rations and everything, and knew we were taking this long trek, right?
Yes.
So they would have provided for our daily nutritional needs because they're benevolence.
Yeah, they did hook you guys up.
All right, so suck it, scurvy.
Nice.
You guys, I got a message from our lovely game master reminding me the damage scurvy can do.
I cannot get scurvy. I cure scurvy.
I couldn't resist. I found an article that talked about how scurvy in the long term will actually cause old scars to reopen. I sent him a big article about it. He's like, hey, check this out.
Yes. So it's like I have to make sure I can now counter any medical thing you can find.
You're alright. I'm pretty sure like 70% of the setting is malnourished. Hasn't killed him yet.
Well, your biggest concern, of course, is water. So.
Mhm.
So, of course, you probably want to fill Kaz in on what you're doing, and if he wants to come along, he's been traveling with Vanwarin. Vanwarin's very flippant about where he's been. This is just normal. It's fine.
Someplace with armor and bone bows, you know?
This is fine. Everything's fine.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So yeah, they're dispersing the Phoenix and the Ant. I'm getting ready to mount up and ride.
Sounds good. And talking about bones and bodies and stuff. Lovely.
They keep mentioning a place called Butcher's Block, but beyond that, no one's really said much to you about where they're going.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna say nothing because I know nothing. I just want the company because I'm sad and alone.
Alright. So the dwarf appears to be suiting up as if to follow you guys.
All right.
Well, I suppose I should introduce you guys to this, my new friend. His name is,
Kaz.
Dwarf. Yes, Dwarf.
Yeah, I mean, whatever works for you, buddy. Whatever.
Yes, his name is Dwarf, but he likes to call himself Kaz.
Kaz.
Anywho, he's been useful, I think. Maybe.
Warren, you know
What?
how names work.
No. I'm elf. You are
Human?
human. Some
Not
sort
elf.
of human.
Not elf. Right.
Mask.
Sure about
Mask lady. Person.
That's
that?
clean. Awesome.
Oh, I know. When I first came up to the surface, I was pretty sure I'd found a sane person.
I'm pretty sane
Probably
for
the-
my well, for,
Yeah.
comparatively.
He's probably the sanest elf you know.
To be fair, that's actually very true.
Vanwarin, do you still have that thing I gave you in case of trouble?
Oh, you mean the thingy? The thingamabob?
Yes, the thingy.
I
The-
forget what it's called.
The mushrooms?
The the psycho whatever the shrooms that make
At
me
the-
high.
At this moment, the dwarf's eyeballs are doing this like tennis thing between Vanwarin and the other people. What?
I'm gonna give.
What?
But do you want the mushrooms back? I mean, I was gonna eat them.
No, I was just making sure, seeing if I needed to give you another.
No, I still have it. I
Do you still have it? Okay,
Yes.
I don't think.
that's fine. Just making sure, seeing if I needed to give you another.
Listener's
Okay.
just sitting on water looking up into the sky.
I still have the acorn too. That's also the important part.
Oh. I was
He
wondering-
actually turns a little towards you at that point and opens up a line to you as he tends to.
I'm going to look over to Kaz with that roll and say, we've got a bit of history. We know this one from from months.
It's been a while, yeah.
Listener asks you, Vanwarin, have you found any luck with the seed?
Nope. No.
Oh.
Ah, well. There's no
Visi-
rush, you
Visible
know.
cringe.
It's kept.
Visible cringe. I can't believe you gave it to him. Oh.
Nope.
Well, and
Hey, listener is of the opinion that it is more his responsibility than anyone in existence.
That's
Fair
fair.
enough,
That is
but
fair.
Wow.
Very
Wow.
fair.
Yikes.
To be fair, Kaz is probably spending a lot of time staring directly at listener.
He's pretty
as-
big. He's
As
pretty weird.
best as he can, just looking directly at where he is and just staring.
Yeah, you've probably never seen one of
Yeah,
them
let's-
before.
Let's see how visible I am. I mean, I've got my cloak on, so you'll know where I am exactly.
Yeah,
But
that's actually a good point.
I'm actually intensely visible right now. I'm
I
almost
clicked
as
on it.
visible as I get.
Yeah,
I
pretty
clicked
much.
on the wrong thing.
So,
the sun is making you sparkle.
just
I'm
to
watching Saoirse communicate.
Your
with-
outline is shimmering a
with,
bit.
Kaz,
Just-
and I'm like looking on in pride, like, oh, she's talking to people.
ask the redundant question, and this is probably the last time I'll do this out of kindness. Is everyone bundling up?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Uki's used to being prepared, and she's got her mask back up. To,
Saoirse never took off her gear.
All right, just making sure.
Same.
Just making sure. And
Yeah,
Kaz, I don't-
Saoirse likes her gear because it's like she doesn't have to keep drawing it up over her face, unlike her hood.
yeah. So, Kaz, just to let you know, the desert air and wind is actually fairly toxic. So while you're out here, you're most likely bundled with a mask and goggles.
That sounds like a wise thing to do. Yeah.
So yeah, just everyone's kind of gearing up. So let's say you guys start moving, yes or no?
Wilhelm, here's your Finnick Earth. I'll ride fire. Saoirse, here's wind.
Who? What?
Archibald, I guess, will follow fire for some reason.
So the only one without a mount is Vanwarin, Although the ant could carry 2.
Oh.
I don't think Uki has a mount.
Yeah, Uki could ride the ant with Vanwarin. The 2 of you could.
Okay.
I'll ride the ant with Vanwarin, and you can ride fire.
There you go.
Ooh, trying to get me alone.
I want to talk to you about where you've been. What's been going on? You know, like I'm probably the only race here that would be comfortable, like being within arm's reach of an elf that likes to use bones as swords. So hey, how are you doing?
Fair point. Fair point.
Our
Saoirse-
people have cooperated for centuries, I would hope.
As Saoirse like mounts her fennec, she turns around to Van Warren and says, "Oh, by the way, Van Warren," and then looks over to and Kaz.
Kaz.
Dwarf.
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
dwarf.
Well,
Sure.
we're all headed to the butcher's block, and it may be a little dangerous where we're heading if you want to follow along, but I wouldn't require it.
Kaz smiles wryly. Somewhat, a little bit. Have you ever been down under the surface?
I haven't. No, I can't say that I have.
Well, let's just say that, as far as I'm aware, I've been up here for like, I don't know, 48, 72 hours maybe. And this is like child's play in comparison with the underground areas. If you think it's dangerous, that's okay. I'm not going to hold it against you, but so far I haven't seen anything that worries me.
It's just a vicious murder at the butcher's block. Supposedly. And one that's infamous for killing my kind and Van Warren's kind.
So are you sitting in the front or in the back? What are we doing?
It's Vanwarin. He's in the front, of
I'm
course.
definitely gonna sit in the back and wrap my arms around you.
Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't realize we were doing the Titanic thing.
Arms.
Awesome.
Whatever.
Vanwarin
this.
was always king of the world.
Yeah.
Alright.
On an ant riding through a desert wasteland doing the Titanic thing. This is
It's
beautiful.
I
It's
can
beautiful.
I can picture it tilting upwards and then going down into the sand.
Oof.
king of the world. Oh shit!
Oh no, our ship is sinking.
So I've X'd your map. You should see the red X's. That'll be day
There's
1,
enough
day
room
2,
on
and
this
then
massive door.
day 1, day 2, and then Butcher's Block. So just for ease of purpose, all right, I'm going to give you a lovely little safety roll there, okay?
Mm.
So that'll take us through the full day without event.
Alright.
Any conversation you guys have, of course, you're welcome to maintain. That's no problem. As you reach that first point, you're kind of coming into a flat plain of just cracked, baked earth. But there's enough of a windbreak with the dune behind you, so to speak, that you could actually pretty much set up a pretty safe little camp right here for the night if you wanted to. You're not obligated.
I mean, I don't know. From what I've seen, it feels like the blight, the blighted and the undead and all that kind of stuff seems a lot tamer up here than it does down there. Although that whole thing up there, the things that keep moving around, that the weird elf keeps calling clouds, that's freaky.
Well, Wilhelm, you're the boss. What do you think?
Freaky clouds.
No camp? Thoughts?
Freaking weird. They keep
Very
moving
high.
around. Ugh.
Oh, how does everyone feel?
It's in our best interest to rest here.
Tired.
That's-
You're all tired, dry,
Mm.
parched, hungry,
Wilting slightly.
wilting slightly. Yeah.
Yes. Then, does everyone? What is everyone's thoughts? This is a party. We all have a vote.
All
I
in
mean-
favor of setting up camp?
I
I
I mean, sure. why
Listener
not?
just kind of sits down.
Yeah, Uki feels that after seeing what the party went through before we got into the tent, before they got into the tent and everything, that it would be in the best interest to just kind of try to keep moving. But then again, with this larger party, if people are tired and exhausted, it's better to get the rest than to make a mistake on the trail. So she's pretty, kind of,
Yeah.
her sense of survival and her ability to survival is such that she would keep pushing on. But because she does understand too that safety in numbers and what she's seen this party do so far, that it's like, yeah, if we need to stop, that's fine. But she'll probably wind up taking first watch.
I will
Yeah.
say, I will say, Uki has a unique position here, in that she does recognize Kaz as a Foyvenian dwarf, one of the underground dwelling dwarves that's constantly at war. It's very rare to see them topside. So when he starts talking about clouds being weird, like you get what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's right now. I think that's what's piquing Uki's interest the most, is to kind of have a little more discussion with Kaz, because she's just it's part of why she has this wanderlust and travels about, is she wants to learn more. She likes to encounter other people, other
all right,
races and types of folks.
awesome. Well, I tell you what,
That's
I'm gonna
very
let you guys.
interesting.
I'm gonna let you guys set up camp and discuss just a minute. I'm gonna run to the bathroom while you do that, though. I'll be right back.
Alright.
I'll leave the stream going so everyone can hear your role play, though. But yeah, I'll be
So,
right back.
So, I mean,
Tent might be missing a few posts, but we will get it set up hopefully.
yeah. So Kaz kind of like wanders over to Uki, because he kind of recognizes her race.
Yes, as a
The Harvestedian kind of thing. It's like, and he gets a sense of the whole not wanting to camp here, but kind of having to because of the weaknesses of the other races here. And he kind of looks over and just nods. Yeah, I'll get you. But,
Yeah, and part of it also is, it is precarious, but we also want to make sure that the mounts, that the animals are well rested. So she kind of feels a lot of it to make sure that, again, that if there's some weakness or such, if it's gonna be, that rest will be good. But we probably shouldn't settle in too long here, because we don't know when the storm could come back again. And we also don't know when we wind up with, unexpected things.
yeah.
So, but
No, I totally agree. Oh, have you met my my little friend yet? Hold on, let me give her a little whistle, because she's around here somewhere. After a few seconds, a little bat flits down and attaches herself to his arm. Just a little tiny black bat. This here is Wanda. She's like my best friend.
Uki looks at Wanda and says, "What a magnificent creature."
She is, isn't she?
Yes.
She's-
How long have y'all been together?
Ah. Well, we've been together for like, I don't know, maybe a year and a half now. something like that. She's beautiful. She protects me. She's my good luck charm.
Oh, fascinating, fascinating. And you find that she's able to stay well fed and healthy in this environment as well, being up top.
Well, we've
Setting up the campfire and getting everything set up.
we've not been up top for very long now. To be fair, I mean, I don't know. It might not be her first time up top, but it's definitely mine. And we're not exactly having the best of time, except for finding you guys. But you know, we don't have trouble finding food. She's pretty good. She tends to like, eat
I'm cooking
insects
the
and
rations for
that
no
kind of
reason.
stuff.
It's just like I have them in a pan and they're just like cooking for absolutely no purpose whatsoever.
Is that food burning?
Oh yes. So then she.
No, it's just like
sorry.
simmering.
Didn't mean to interrupt.
Sorry. All right. Looks like they're
I'm
almost
sorry.
done.
I'm sorry. Carry on.
Oh no,
No
that's okay. We can discuss this later. And Uki's already got her bedroll laid out and her quick little one-up thing going. So.
All right, everyone.
I'm back, by the way.
Dinner is served.
I mean, why are they burning that food?
I'm not burning it. I was just warming it up.
Oh, okay.
Humanoids who eat food like it to be warm most of the time. I was just eating it for no reason. It's rations. It's already cooked. It doesn't need to be cooked.
No, I get it. I mean, warm food. Yep. Warm food is good.
You are probably more used to raw bugs.
Yeah.
Listener's sitting there. He's got his hand in a bucket of water that's slowly vanishing. He also doesn't really understand the appeal.
That's fair.
You know, I'm not sure why I brought a bell with me today, but apparently it works. So.
As opposed to a bell that doesn't work. Yeah, that'd be great.
Sirius is just curled up by the fennec she's been riding this whole time and is like eating on the rations and kind of stroking its head a bit.
Alright, so for the first night, did you guys set up a watch? Just out of curiosity, like a watch order?
Not yet.
Or are you just gonna let listeners stay up all night?
I think we're eating first, and then we're gonna do that.
Okay, no rush.
I'm not sure.
I mean, Kaz is totally sitting up against the belly of his lizard and stroking his belly.
Whose name is?
Jeff.
Asking for a friend.
Jeff.
Just,
that's a
you
good
know,
name.
Jeff is lovely. He saved my life. He's not exactly friendly to other people.
Is it Jeff or is it Jeffa?
Just
F?
Jeff. Yeah, well, I mean, if you want to pronounce it Jeffa, I mean, you can. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't complain much because he's a lizard.
I only said that because
Jeff spelled with 2 G's and no F's.
Could you imagine? Oh no.
That'd be great.
Jeff.
GEO, like.
Oh
PH.
no, not the GEO version. That'd be terrible.
Goff.
Oh my god.
That would be technically Jeff. Like.
Goff.
Yes, it would.
Okay, can I share something that's slightly out of character now, guys?
But of course.
Yes.
My last name is Goff. Goff. Just Goff. But I had this one commanding officer in the cadets that always used to say, "So your name's Jeff?" I'll be like, "No, just Goff." Your name's Jeff.
Anywhere in
It's
that. Ooh.
So no, no, don't do the Jeff thing with the GEO thing, because like that just takes me
Takes you
back to
right
my
back.
teenage years, in which I was tormented forever and a day.
Jeff.
Jeff. As I try not to crush my can of lager in my hand, honestly. Swear to God.
So we've firmly cemented the spelling as being J-E.
Jeff. Yeah, so his name's Jeff. Geoe. You know, whatever.
Out of curiosity,
Mhm.
listener, he can communicate telepathically with things that are sentient and with things that are not.
Yeah.
If he
Sure.
reaches out to Jeff, what would happen? Let's say he does. He's curious.
You gonna try it?
Okay, DM.
Yeah.
Visibly
This
uneasy.
is
'cause I
on
just,
you.
I just insight checked him, and I did not. I did not like what I saw. But, all right, let's watch this train wreck happen.
As far as I understand it, this thing that apparently is my best friend, because it saved my life. I think I'm not 100%. I mean, it could have been saving me for food for later, but as far as I understand it, it's it saved my life. So
Yes.
to me, you know, he's a good boy, and we seem to have some kind of rapport. And when I sit on him, he takes me where I kind of want him to go. So, to me, he's a good boy.
Yeah.
But as to what you pick up, well, that's down to the DM.
Well, listener, are you opening a line of communication or just prodding?
I will attempt to open. That's usually something that, a sentient creature will be able to pick up the line or not. Animals seem to have always responded. They don't really, unless they're incredibly intelligent, I'm not sure they would really understand.
Well, you reach out. It doesn't resist, but you see it raise its head and look directly at you. It opens up its link to you, and you're immediately flooded with about as close as you could describe it would probably be like an Arctic blast of mental energy. Like it chills you. You've never felt that before. And the entire collective kind of reels a little bit. It's like, nope, no. Let's not do that again.
Older and wiser, listener, he terminates that connection. Fact-finding mission is complete, but he then does turn to Kaz and try and open one up to him.
All right, Kaz, you feel like a pressure in your mind. Nothing overpowering or threatening, but like somebody's trying to communicate with you. Do you resist it or do you allow it?
Kaz allows it.
All right, there you go. Line is open.
Listener asks you, good friend from the underground, why do you ride upon a well of psychic energy?
Why not?
Just curious, are you doing this in your head or out loud?
No, I kind of like answer that in my head.
Okay.
Why not?
Such things are often uncomfortable for those without great mental communication abilities themselves. Do you not feel it? Sitting so close?
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, right? That beast, we've been fighting things like that for decades, right? And since I was a wee wee boy. We've been told that our enemies. And I believed it. I believed it. But the thing is, my life is on the line. I thought I was gonna die. I, I, I thought I did die.
So,
But then I woke up, and then this boy, this big boy, he was there. He dragged me out of some hell, some hellish encounter, and he was protecting me, right?
so
So
Kaz, give me an intelligence save real quick. Since you're touching on recent events that led you to the surface, I want to see if you're going to accidentally flood some images. Okay, yeah, you're listener, as he's relaying this story, you're actually seeing a little bit of Kaz's point of view from events that led him to the surface. They're just brief flashes. You're having a hard time making sense of a lot of it. You see a lot of darkness, a lot of shadow. You see a lot of fighting with a whole company of dwarves with shields and spears forming a phalanx against a crouching wall of darkness. You sense desperation and terror and loss and tragedy, and it's almost overwhelming. Like, you're actually having a hard time taking this all in. You're not used to this level of empathic force. This is him peeling a scab off, and you're getting the blood.
Quite rare. The emotions are not really listeners' strong suit, so he's a little, stunned as you relay this to him over the telepathic connection, but once that passes from him a little bit and he shoves all of that processing off to the collective, says, most fascinating. I have several appendages in the land of your people. They tend not to survive long. It is very deadly there and very dark.
you're not wrong.
Not the finest land for those such as I, but this appendage is a specialist in the dead, and I can assure you that you are not.
Not dead.
Yes.
I kind of knew that.
Not everyone does.
Some
kinda-
find it difficult to tell, but I can. You have my word.
Well, I'm glad to have heard that at least. But
Kaz has never met the
No.
Unrun Marv.
that beast that you tell me is, what did you call it? Some psychic beast of something? I don't know.
Most of the creatures, both here and below, they are not versed in communicating in this way. They do not possess great strength, as I do. Your mount, your friend, there,
Jeff.
would be fearsome. Fearsome indeed,
I know.
if he could speak as I speak.
Well, I don't know about him speaking kind of like out loud, but we've got kind of an understanding. You know, I kind of like tell him what I want him to do. And
By the way, as you guys are speaking, you're noticing that he's actually looking over your shoulder, almost nodding, and every now and then you'll hear him kind of go. He's in the conversation with you somehow.
Yeah, I don't know what it was about him that made me feel like the way I do, because, like I said, I've been fighting things like him my entire life. But him, I'm pretty sure he saved my life. And when I woke up, well, let's just say there was something between us. Some connection. I don't know what it is exactly, but I'm not afraid of it. If you know what I mean.
I have some ideas. The Blight created many things. Not all are so vicious as they might appear.
This is true. So I tell you what, just so we don't burn the whole night talking. Not that I mind. This is fascinating.
Oh yeah, that's a good point right there.
You guys do have a watch order for the night, just so I know.
Sure, I'll take first two.
First two.
Listener is on permanent second man.
So we'll say this conversation has happened over your first watch then. Just for roleplay and story narrative purposes.
Sounds good.
Two of you sitting around the fire, chatting away silently.
Yeah.
Uki wanted to take a watch, so.
Yeah. All right. So let's
take second watch with me.
Yes.
All right. So we just leave. We'll leave a third watch for the evening, and if anyone wants it other than listener.
I'll take it with him.
All right.
With it.
Good.
With it. All right.
Wow.
You're clear.
99.
No, you're actually clear. That just means that it was incredibly quiet during the evening. No worries. No worries. You guys can break camp. Nothing's bearing down on you that you can see for a change. No storms on the horizon. You can actually take your time and not risk losing tent pieces this time. Load up and carry on. Do you want to push through the whole day, or is there anything you want to accomplish during this day?
Push through. The longer we're out here, the more dangerous it is.
All right.
Yep.
True
Uki
that.
definitely ready to push through.
All right. So for time's sake, once again, this is a flat plain of just cracked, baked earth. There's no sand dunes. There's no vegetation. The only thing that you unnervingly see the closer and closer you get is more and more skeletal remains baked into the earth. By the time you stop at the second X, you're having a hard time avoiding them. But you're steadily moving closer and closer to the edge of the blight. In fact, where you're at now, you're only getting about half light during the day because of the miasma in the air. All of you that do breathe are kind of getting winded a little easier than normal. Not enough to cause any negatives just yet, but you can feel it. It's like an oppressive weight on you as you're getting closer. But in the distance, you do see on the horizon the ruins that now are colloquially referred to as Butcher's Block. You'll probably be able to get there by evening on the next day. Would you like to make camp again or push through the night?
I think make camp.
Okay.
Considering the horrors that we'll be running into whenever we get to the Butcher's Block, it's in our best interest to be well rested.
Yeah, I mean, myself, as a Fivanian, will always say, if you're not well rested, you're dead.
Fair play. All right, so we'll set up camp.
All right, Vanwarin. I know you've been itching to get off of Archibald for quite some time to take a look around.
Ooh.
Look, bones. There are bones.
Yeah.
There are bones.
There are indeed bones.
Did you want to look around to see if you could use any of these?
I will say, Vanwarin, these are not human bones. They're not elven bones. They're smaller. Smaller bones.
Bones are bones.
Would I notice considering what I saw?
Yeah, if you actually take any time at all to study the bones at your feet, which are everywhere, you'll pretty quickly realize what you're walking on and where you're probably going based upon that assessment.
Yeah, so I'm going to sort of get listeners' attention and tap my head real quick. I think our assumptions about the creature that visited us back in Abattoir were right. Considering what we're stepping on, these bones are very little, and I think we're safe in assuming that these are the remains of the halflings that were killed off.
This obviously is quite interesting to listener, as his people only really existed after the halflings had died out.
Yeah.
And he's been reading up on them after they looted the Scholar's Library out of that tomb.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those were pre-Blight history books, so he is familiar.
Oh, yeah.
So he will stoop down and he will spend some time examining the
Oh, yeah.
bones.
Rummage. What about this one?
And Kaz, just for lore's sake, the entire halfling race was genocidally wiped out by the elves after they went mad following the Blight.
Sounds about right.
So,
This?
In fact, I'm a little bit confused about why Vanwarin would be confused about it or upset, because, like, as far as I'm concerned, he was probably one of the ones getting involved in the whole massacre.
well, I think we decided. How old is Vanwarin?
He's barely old enough to have been there before the Blight.
Yeah.
So he was like a child when it all happened.
So how many
Elves
years
are
old?
children.
How many years old?
He's probably a little over a century old.
Right.
114.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. So twice my age. So what I'm saying, as a dwarf, I'm not surprised Vanwarin would have been involved in the murder and massacre of an entire race of, beings.
Oh, I think I remember these short
Things.
people.
Yeah.
I think my people killed them
Like
a while ago.
on my 12th birthday. Yeah, I remember that. That was a beautiful celebration.
Jeez,
Just-
the food was great for like a couple days after that.
The candles were beautiful.
There were fireworks and everything.
Just
think I'll
from
take one vote.
examining the bones, given that they are over a century old, but listener is incredibly attentive. And who knows, maybe there was a very early text on forensics in that library.
Yeah.
What condition are they in? Are they well preserved? Are they largely shattered? Are there tooth marks everywhere?
They're bleached, but not by the sun. Some of them are shattered. I mean, they're literally like baked into the earth. So it's kind of like removing them is going to take digging, and then when you do dig them out, they're mostly going to be pretty brittle.
Wow.
Well, I don't think any of these are gonna work. Are you finding anything over there?
No, these bones suck.
Yeah. Well, we tried.
It's a valiant effort.
Hmm.
Yeah, are you guys eating?
Of course we're eating.
We should be. Yeah.
Well, I have to ask. I mean, you might choose
Sure.
not to. You know.
Well, I mean, I tried to spice up the rations by heating them up a little bit, but then everybody looked at me like I was an idiot. So I guess you guys can have one cold today.
I mean, Saoirse didn't look at you like you were an idiot.
Bell
I mean,
cold
to be
rations.
fair, Kaz did not look at you like you're an idiot. It was more of the case of, well, this is rare. This is one of those really legendary things that I thought was a myth.
Cooking was a
But
myth.
also that you're an idiot. But
Nice.
more of a myth than the idiot thing.
Nice.
I like that.
Wow, you humans do cook food. Wow.
At least we try. I mean, this is already pre-cooked, so it's not like it needs to be heated.
So you're sitting around. You have your fire. You're cooking, bantering, bone digging. Everybody, give me a perception check, please.
Oh, yes, master. Oh.
Yeah.
You watch me roll a 1 now.
Very nice.
Not the worst roll in the world, but not the best.
Very nice. So let's see. So, Wilhelm,
Yes.
you alone see this. At the edge of the firelight, moving through the air, just for a second, crossing through the light, you see a small fist-sized object just kind of pass through the light and back into the shadow. Nearly missed it. However, the phoenix, the carrier ant, and Jeff are looking around like they're starting to get a little antsy. So those of you in the care of the animals actually notice.
Archibald's getting a little antsy.
Antsy.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, he's starting to clack his mandibles, and
Slap.
you see his little antenna kind of looking around.
Oh, well, I guess I watch him and see what he's doing, and then I see, like, they're getting agitated. And
They're
I go
definitely
over
getting
and see what's
agitated.
going on and start looking around myself and, like, huddling them up into, like, a closer group so they'll be safe.
Yeah, you don't really see anything.
I want to do what I did earlier and see if I can get listeners' attention by, again, like, just slight hand gesture wave.
I think I'm paying enough attention this time. You get them.
That's fine.
Alright. I just saw an object go possibly thrown past.
It was moving
Something
too
moving.
slow. It was moving too slow to be thrown. It drifted.
Okay.
Looking around.
What did it
don't
look like?
see anything. Why are you
About
guys-
fist size. Didn't get much more details than that.
Was it
Was-
perception?
Yeah. Go ahead. I know you
Cool.
missed it. All right. Actually, that's very well timed. As you see
Yeah,
the animals.
Uki comes,
Go ahead.
Uki comes back from her little bio break and says, "Did I miss anything?" And she looks around, and goes, "Wait a minute."
What is that?
As you come back into the firelight and look around, like across the campsite from you, just briefly moving across the light and back into the shadow, you see a small, dark, fist-sized object just edge through the light and back into the shadow, just drift across through the air.
She said it drifted. Any chance I can see if I can figure out what it was?
Didn't really get a good look at anything. I mean, I'll give you a chance. Let's try nature.
I was actually going to have listener query the collective on this description for any creature
Sure.
that might be native to the area as well.
And
First letter of UFO is unidentified.
But
Thought I'd just
True.
throw that in there.
I was thinking
But-
AFO, arcane.
yeah, yeah. Wilhelm, honestly, it's not you don't have enough information to draw a conclusive.
I was seeing if it was something like a natural phenomena or a
Out
piece of cloth or
keeping in mind where you are and how close you are in proximity to the edge of the blight, there's not enough documentation to even really dictate what could be out here. Most people do not get as close as you guys are right now. Nobody in their right mind does.
So Vanwarin knows what it is then.
Yeah, well, he hasn't seen anything yet. He might.
I haven't noticed anything. I'm too busy
Out
looking
of
at bones.
character, I know what this is.
I'm trying not to.
All right. So let's do one more round of perception checks, please.
Oh.
Out of character, I just know it just because I read it recently when I was looking up stuff.
Oh, these are going to be fun.
Thanks. After all that talk.
All right.
I don't see anything, guys.
So Uki and Kaz, you guys just happen to be looking the opposite direction of everyone else.
Vanwarin just rolled up a 27.
Oh, and Vanwarin. Well, we'll say and Vanwarin too. Sorry. You happen to be looking the opposite direction of everyone else, and see this. I'm gonna go and just show it to everyone. Drifting
Ooh.
into the firelight through the air, very
Yep, I was
slowly. Very slowly, coming into the camp, followed immediately by 3 others immediately behind it, just drifting really slow.
Yeah, that's not what I was thinking of at all, but ooh, weird.
Of course, what you do with that is up to you.
I don't see a single thing. At all. Is there anything out here? Why are you guys so upset? What?
Are they able to point it
Does
out?
it-
And do you choose to?
It's up to them.
Does it seem to be moving towards the light, or is it just floating along in the kind of by the?
Okay,
The
so,
wind.
It seems to be just floating along.
okay, so Church,
Mhm.
would Kaz have seen anything like this down under?
This is more of a topside creature, so no, this one you're not familiar with, but it's got your hackles up just based on your experience. You know better than to take for granted that it's something benign. You're already kind of like, nope, that's not right.
In which case, Kaz is going, what the blazes is that? What is that? What is that? That
I turn
what
around
is
and-
it? What the hell is that?
Huh?
And Uki
Here's
and Uki
just-
Huh? As
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, Saoirse.
yeah, no, you
I
guys
was
will
about to
see
say,
it.
Yeah, I was about to say Saoirse's gonna whip her head around at Kaz saying that.
You guys will see it.
What?
Just in
Yeah.
time for 3 more to come into the firelight. They all seem to be drifting in the same general direction.
All right.
Oh,
And so Uki
no.
at this point is on her feet and she's alert. She turns to everyone and says, "Hey everyone, there's
There's a
more
freaking jellyfish in the
things,
sky.
things coming in. I would it'd probably be not a good idea to approach it unless you have some familiarity with it. It's not hug it out time."
Look out!
I would like to make an attempt to know what the hell that is.
There you go.
I would as well.
Let's get
Considering I'm
those.
probably one of the oldest ones here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
now
get
that I
those
see it,
nature rolls.
Can
Yeah.
I make another one now that I can actually see it?
Of course.
Thank you.
You know what? I'm not even going to attempt. I'm not even going to click the nature roll because it would be no point.
All right.
I read a lot of books.
All
Yeah,
right. So
Kaz does not.
Vanwarin and Uki, now that you got eyes on the thing, you immediately are like, oh crap, it's a void wisp.
listener rolled high too.
I
Did
also have
listener?
a 23.
Oh yeah, void wisps. You'll pick that dead up, listener.
Hive
Listener,
is probably buzzing.
yeah, all 3 of you know, like, don't let these things touch you.
Yep.
Don't let them touch you. Don't hit them up close. Just stay out
Don't
of their way.
antagonize.
And more
Listener,
importantly,
being slow and large, lays down on the ground.
listener,
Yes.
the collective is very concerned about the book. They're worried that it's going to attract them.
I perform rapid evaluations with the collective of the respective values of the book and my own life.
As fascinated as they are by it, the loss of information you could potentially grab based upon the fact that you are one of the only, well, most likely the only one of your kind ever to be pulled into a somnambulist's prophecy, means that they would more likely like to have you alive. Push the book aside. If they happen to hit it on their own, it's a loss, but they'd rather lose one rather than both.
All right. In that case, listener will ping all members of the party in rapid succession, warning them of the danger very rapidly that these things possess if they don't already know, and then just telling them, I must dispose of something. I shall return.
All right.
And then he tries to pick a direction that they're not naturally floating. I imagine if, from a 23, he'd be very broadly familiar with their behavior and know they're probably following ley lines and might just be diverted to him with the sort of void-touched tome.
Well, actually, as you move to take the book away, you notice they're not coming towards you at all. In fact, they seem to be moving and drifting at an angle, like turning actively towards Vanwarin.
I want to follow listener. I don't know if he's paying attention to what's going on, or
Listener is actually, he's holding the book out, and he moves it towards Vanwarin a little bit, and then he moves it away from Vanwarin a little bit as a test.
They're still drifting towards Vanwarin, and in fact, they're actually actively speeding up right now. It's no longer a slow drift. It's almost as if they've honed in on him.
Wow, those things are pretty.
The shoe finally drops in Listener's head. He opens up to Vanwarin and kind of hurriedly says, I believe They have an issue with your kind, Vanwarin.
What? My kind?
Here,
What did we do?
I tell you what, listener,
Mhm.
I'm going to give you a chance. It's going to be a very low chance, but I'm going to give you a chance. Give me an Arcana check. You still get your usual
Alright.
advantage for knowledge checks, but give me an Arcana check.
Will do. Not bad.
Boom. Listener, the collective just like clicks, like lights up in your head, and they're like, oh my god, the seed. They're going for the seed.
Oh no. Oh no. This next one to Vanwarin. Friend, they are after your dearest prize.
I boned?
I was about to say, you might want to be more specific with this one.
Oh no.
The seed. It is too powerful a font of life. It bends the very ley lines to it, and they follow it directly to you.
Oh, is that all?
Yes.
Okay.
That's not an okay. No.
Vanwarin is going to, unknowingly, if he knows if he can actually damage them or not, he's going to, well, fire an arrow at one of them. Yeah, it's the best choice.
All right. All right.
Using his own long bow.
Roll to hit.
Oh boy, that's the wrong one. I'm just gonna assume that's the damage. That's the roll for it, though.
Bonus attack.
Can I see Vanwarin pulling out his bow and then start drumming
Yeah.
out built upon rubble? Because like
Yeah, I know what. I'll allow it. Yeah. We'll give you the advantage.
yeah, because
Oh,
like
yeah.
I would rather him not attack these things, but as long as he's going to make an attempt, I would rather him, be successful
All right.
than risk his skin.
Well, it's not as good. So
It's all right. The arrow goes wide a bit, missing. As the arrow fires, we need to enter into initiative, please.
Oh,
Only
yeah.
fair.
huzzah! Do you have a small little field where you can be forced into so we can properly roll?
I don't have a field for this, but that's all right. 14.
Oh,
How do I...
At
Same thing,
the
in the middle
top
of the
of your
screen.
character sheet,
Well,
dead
yeah.
center. is the
I see where initiative is. I'm trying to click on it and nothing's happening.
You have to click on the word and not the number. That's the tricky part.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I see that now.
Yeah, that's a trick with most of the things in Roll20.
I kind of wish the number was the hyperlink myself. It's so much bigger.
Wow, considering you know what?
that's not working for me.
Oh, it's
We
working.
need- Oh, it is? Okay.
Oh yeah,
You
it's
rolled a
working.
natural one.
Yeah,
It did
was
not
a
give
bad
you a
roll.
good number.
It really did not give you a good number. I mean,
Okay.
I
It was
almost,
saying-
Two people got natural one. That's great.
I actually
getting-
doubled my result. I mean, Genesis actually tripled hers.
So, and as we see what's going on, Uki turns to Genesis and says, "Are all the animals secured?" Because Uki plans on pulling out her firearm, and but wants to make sure that we don't lose our mounts, so they don't get spooked and run off if I fire something.
That's fair.
It looks like the Phoenix are gonna be doing something before everybody else.
Yeah.
I rolled for them. I wasn't sure if you wanted me to do that.
No, that's fine. No harm at all.
So if they get a turn, they'll spend that turn stealing their resolve and preparing for a loud noise,
Got it.
so they don't get spooked.
No
If they
worries.
can.
The Fennecs are not going to get involved in active contact with these things. They know better.
Nice.
We'll see how it goes with the ant since it's later on. If it sees what's going on, it's smart enough not to attack. Kind of. However,
Little Archibald.
they're on first. Now, based upon these things, they're all actively going for Vanwarin. Not to be cruel to you, Vanwarin. You're just carrying something that actually is actively affecting the ley lines in the area because of its power.
I don't know if it matters, but I am also carrying one of the artifacts, the tears.
The tears don't put off quite so much of a power, not enough to affect a ley line. They're still powerful.
Okay.
Yeah, not enough to actively affect a ley line. Vanwarin, what's your AC?
Oh, that's quick. 18 currently.
18, good.
On
Who's
the
gone
upside,
first?
I get to keep the book.
All right, so as your arrow flies, all of them immediately pick up pace, like really fast. These things are moving at a rate of 50 to give you an idea of how quick they just picked up.
Schweppes.
Yeah, it's like they just kind of like pulse like a jellyfish does and just fly through the air at you. Luckily, between your dexterity and your just natural sense of staying the hell out of a dangerous way, you're like, whoa, no, okay. You narrowly avoid all of them tumbling backwards, like almost tripping over yourself to do so as they all come at you at a unexpectedly high rate of speed. Vanwarin, you're actually next up.
All right. Well, is anyone nearby besides just?
You're all standing around the campfire, basically.
Yeah.
I was relatively close.
So I imagine.
And I still have built upon rubble playing from the last time, so
Yes,
all of you have advantage right now.
very true.
Well, that's great. Well, then I suppose I will finally, for the first time, swing the battle axe. Great. It'll be great.
All right.
At the nearest jelly void thing. Yeah. So.
All right, roll to hit, please.
You are warned not to at the speed of thought. Do with that what you will.
Well,
Might not want to do that.
I'm going to anyways.
That's appropriate.
Yeah.
And do advantage, but you know,
That
23.
is a hit.
Dang.
All right.
Roll damage.
I will.
8 damage. All right. As the axe makes contact, it detonates.
Splat.
I'm going to say that it's only going to catch you since you stumbled backward to avoid them.
Very kind of you.
$22 points of damage. Of void damage.
Yeah, it's been warned for you.
Holy hell.
Well,
Wait a second. Hang on. I'm going to just slap you a little bit, do 8 damage, and also the thing is going to just go kaboom and do nucleic damage.
Yes.
It's like, fuck you all. Yeah.
Welcome
Just
to Cairne.
bang.
Welcome to Cairne. It was a solid hit.
Yeah, that was a really solid hit. Holy crap.
Let's see here. Okay, you're still up. Good. Yeah, that hurt. That hurt a lot.
it certainly did. Hurt a lot.
Out of character on our first advantage,
Um,
Out of character on our first adventure, Vanwarin was the only one of our party to get knocked unconscious. So, if that gives you an idea.
Oh wait! I did miss something though, Vanwarin. Give me a dex save. You do get a dex save for half damage.
Great.
Do you have evasion? Do you have evasion?
No, not yet. That's
Oh.
more like 10, I believe.
Okay. 14. Good. Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, half that. My bad. 11 damage.
All right.
Good, good. I feel a little better. I was actually a little worried there.
You know
Well, still hurts. though.
Still hurts.
I've changed my mind completely. You did a little bit of damage and took more back. It's so worth it. Keep doing it.
So
the dwarfs are going, oh,
Are you telling me that this axe explodes when I hit people with it?
that seems to be a rather
fair assessment.
magical act right there.
Some combination of those statements is true.
Not the kind of axe that I would want to use, but sure.
Wilhelm, you're up. What you got?
I wasn't on my turn.
Oh, wait, sorry. Wait. Sorry. So, Vanwarin, did you have something else you wanted to try and do?
Yes, I will, well, I suppose I will use my racial ability, Sand Slip. Unless we're not on sand, in which case...
You are.
Fine.
It'll still work.
Okay. I will definitely just pop into the ground as if I was never there.
Vanwarin dips into the sand beneath his feet and disappears.
Yep.
Oh, right, he can do that.
I'm gonna hope
Poof.
that the void things can't go through the ground, in which case, I'm dead.
Throwback to Abattoir.
And all of a sudden, the dwarf suddenly thinks, yeah, that's exactly what I've heard of elves, cowardly bastards.
All right,
He
Wilhelm.
hit a stick of dynamite with an axe, man.
Fair play.
There.
Oh, God,
He took offense at that
I am
dynamite
gonna-
for existing.
I am gonna go over towards where Vanwarin was and take a full defensive action
Okay. What are you
in
defending
case
against?
he is injured. Everything. And I am going to be there in case he needs help and he pops out.
Okay.
Of course, now he's going to dig 40 feet away, but I am.
So you're holding your action to assist him, basically, with medical assistance.
Actually, wait a second. I think there's an actual ability called like defense.
Okay.
As in dodging.
Yes, the dodge action. Thank you.
There you
It's
go.
That's
the
very
name of it.
important.
Yes.
Okay. No, that's fair.
All attack rolls have disadvantage.
Doing the whole dance of you're not gonna touch me, you can't hit me, I am dancing around, you can't hit me.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely no problem. All right. Well, Sorsha, you're up. Still playing, or
Yeah, still playing. Sirish is also going to back up away from the void jellies. So
all right. Fair enough.
Wilhelm moves into them. Everyone else moves away. That is appropriate.
All right, listener, you're up.
I'm gonna reenact my earlier plan of being slightly away from the locust and becoming low to the ground because, like, I'm very slow. Pretty big. There's a good chance that they're just gonna kind of bump into me.
All right.
But in addition to that, I open my link to Vanwarin and I suggest to him that he leave the seed under when he comes back up.
All right. That will
As
work.
I'm fairly sure they can't just like pass through matter, can they?
You got a pretty high roll. I'll let you be aware of their amorphous quality, their ability to pass through space as narrow as 1 inch without squeezing.
Yes, but not like
Solid
sand.
ground.
They can't go directly through sand.
Not unless
without,
there
like,
is an
digging.
open crease that lets
Yeah.
them get to him, which it is cracked earth, but In this particular case, I'd say Vanwarin's actually safe as long as he stays under.
Yeah, so I basically let him know that he can bury the seed down there and they should be unable to reach it.
All right. Kaz, unless you're doing anything else, listener.
No, that's all for me, man.
Right.
I'm laying down. Prone, small target.
All right, Kaz, you're up.
Oh, wow. Okay, so... If I held a spear two-handed, would I be able to reach like a 10-foot reach, or is 5-foot reach my limit?
It's a short spear, so it'd be a 5 foot.
Yeah, I figured. Dang it. Well, I'm probably gonna stand near the human that looks to be the benevolent of the group. The one who seems to know what he's doing healing wise.
Smart move.
Because, you know, the best friend I had was one of the benevolents from the Order of the Mercy kind of thing, and he was one of the main reasons why I stayed alive as long as I did. So
that's very fair.
I'm gonna go stand near that guy and kind of like pretend to be as threatening as I can be with the spear that I have.
That works.
Yeah, just attempt to be as threatening as I can be. Just, you know, that's about as good as it could be. So whether you intimidation check or whatever performance, both of which will be exactly the same.
All right. Well, I will say this: your buddy's charging in, going full on. Narrowly. Oh no, he's got advantage. He's got advantage.
But is he of the void?
He is,
my
actually.
buddy is definitely of the void.
Yeah. He launches in and just bites one, starts shaking it around. No explosion. No explosion at all.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like my buddy.
Listener's propped up on his side. He's got his head is up on his hand. He's watching this and he's like, I knew it. This is the best.
All right. So yeah, he's shaking it around. It's still flopping around. Tendrils going everywhere.
The dwarf is like kind of like protecting the benevolent human Wilhelm looking dude, but also looking at the lizard going, you're a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. Get him. You get him. You're a good boy.
Yeah, I knew he'd be handy. All right. The ant backs off. Was it what's his name? Alphonse? No.
Archibald.
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 Archibald
Antington the Third.
Archibald Antington the Third backs off.
I think I had an uncle named that.
That's not his name. No.
Yeah, he Antigone. He backs off completely.
Archibald has one name, not 5.
He's like Cher. So that brings us to Uki. You're up. What you got?
Uki sees this, but right now, the lizard is right there with the right there within close range, right?
Yeah, he's in melee with all of them.
Okay. Uki's going to stand down because her thought process is, after seeing the hammer, the concern is using the spear could cause same issue. If it's a matter of metal,
Mhm.
and then also she has her pistol out. She was ready to shoot at them, but after seeing what the lizard's doing, she's going to hold, because also the concern is by using a pistol or scope musket, it could cause more damage if it explodes and throws all of that mess on everyone. So this is just
Fair
kind of
enough.
give you an idea. So she's like, I'm gonna let the lizard do its job,
That's fair.
and
No,
but it's a kind of step closer to the group to help protect the rest of the party.
that's fair.
He's a good boy. He's such a good boy.
And she kind of turns a little bit, and she turns and says, where did you find him? I need to get me one of those.
He kind of found me.
I need a good companion like that.
So that brings us to, oh my lord, I believe we just had a name added to the party.
Uh-oh.
I think your aunt now has a middle name. Tweed Buffels Meeting Scoot Moors Dude Guess Skatefo.
What?
All one word.
Okay, what?
What?
Bruh.
Where is that?
It's in chat there. It's in chat there.
Come on.
Twee Buffels Meeting Scoot Moors Dude Skifo.
There you go.
I don't see it.
It is
see it.
obviously pronounced Bert.
Where is it?
It's in the it's in
You said in
the
chat, but I don't know what you're.
Twitch chat.
Twitch chat.
Yeah.
What?
Twee Buffels Meeting. Here, I'm on the wrong.
Somebody naming my aunt from Twitch chat.
Hell yeah, they paid for that one.
It's chat.
June.
All right, I gotta spell.
Here, I'm gonna put it in Roll20.
I'm the note taker. I need to be able to
There you
spell
go. It's in Roll20 chat for you.
For X
Twee
number of
Buffels
beds.
Meeting Scoot Moors Dutch Skitfo.
There you go. That was very good. That was very good.
beautiful.
Words.
That was the most
Shoot.
beautiful
Yeah.
pronunciation I've ever heard. I have no idea what
My
it
name's
sounded
still
like.
Walker.
Oh, I see. Somebody redeemed the
He's
name.
very
generator.
good with words.
Oh yes.
Adoption.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Words like him.
Nonsense is my native tongue.
It's a real name, he says.
Oh,
Or they
yeah.
say.
That's,
Question is.
that bass tone is just gorgeous.
So
One of the multiple reasons why I married him.
I
the
provide this service freely.
Yeah, but,
The,
dude. Okay, so
I
I happen to have slept with a whole bunch of Norwegian guys once, and they
Sure,
all
sure.
used me as a hot water bottle because my body temperature runs higher than pretty much everybody else's. And it was the height of winter, and everybody just like was rolling over, using me as a cuddle blanket for like 20 minutes, and then rolling away again when they got too hot.
2 E's? Okay.
That's funny.
What's his channel rating?
But it's mature. You're good.
There was
Yeah, we're
nothing.
set.
There was nothing.
Scoot?
Nothing of any kind of adult nature going on. It was just the
We
fact that-
operate purely on insinuation here.
So
Yeah.
are you
Yeah.
you're saying
We have a maturity level of like
of a
12-year-old.
7-year-old. Okay.
you're saying you're the little spoon.
Yeah.
Scoot
I was literally the little spoon for everybody that night.
more.
At one
Um,
time,
I've seen
that's
that film.
around.
I've seen that film.
And the thing is, I'm not.
More
I am not a big
juice.
guy. I am 5'6", and yeah, and all these Norwegian dudes were like 6'4" and above.
That
More
sounds about right.
scooch.
And yeah, they were using me like a rolling log. It was like, oh, it's so nice and warm, and oh, too hot now. Pass you on to my best friend over there, Jorg. And then Jorg would cuddle me for like 20 minutes, and they go, oh, this is so nice. Okay, now I'm defrosted. Now I must pass you on to my best friend.
Is this
France.
even English?
No.
Oh my God, this is
I'm pretty
hysterical.
sure I'm pretty sure the
Oh.
mental language was not in English. I was just
Oh, that's
I was
awesome.
just being
Okay.
I was just
All right.
being passed around like a bag of
Cheers.
crisps.
All right. Well, Genesis,
CFO.
you're up. Just before we
Okay.
get too deep into the uncanny valley
No,
here.
listen, it's
I
too
don't
late.
even know.
There's
I don't
no
even know.
room
This
for
is not-
anything else in my mind now.
Where do
I
even
look
put
at my
dice in
screen and it
this?
has all of these dice on it, and I don't know what any of them mean.
You broken listener.
We
You
broke
broken
listener.
But by all
That's-
means,
that
please
was-
do continue.
I think
That
the
was, of
name broke
course,
all of us.
that was, of course, my intention all along.
Roll wisdom.
All
All right, Genesis, save everybody. Now's your chance.
Right. Having absolutely positively no idea where everybody is in relation to these void things because I have no clue. Let's do this.
Only 2 people are within the 10-foot radius that they explode in.
All right, who are those? Just Wilhelm and
Wilhelm
Vanwarin?
and Kaz.
Okay, those two can stay there. Vanwarin's in the ground. Good, good, good.
Kaz looks sturdy.
All right, you got that covered. Where is Listener?
Laying down, having him a little chill.
Are you nearby me? Are you next to Sarsha?
I would be roughly 15, maybe feet away from where Vanwarin went under.
Yeah, you guys are close enough to one another to do
I
whatever
was
you probably
just
need to.
out of range.
Yeah, and Saoirse backed up from out of range.
Yeah, everybody but those 2 backed up, so.
Yeah.
All right.
Kaz
I'm
knows
gonna-
nothing. Kaz cares nothing right now.
Seeing
He
that,
might care a little bit later.
Seeing that Saoirse is farther away, I guess I use my movement, whatever movement I have, to guard her.
Okay.
Sorta. I have the Wraith Guard's inventory, right?
You have the. I'm sorry, the what?
The Wraith Guard that would travel with us. My notes are like.
Sugnak?
Yes. Okay. So like, there's like 7 lines of me trying to spell
Yeah.
Ant's new middle name. Like, so.
How long was this middle name?
Yikes. Okay.
It's pretty.
so
It's pretty long.
did Sugnak have a shield? Because I think he had it and it got ruined, right?
Yeah, he had a gun shield.
Is it still viable?
Did you take it?
Yes, because I have his inventory and I had the gun, which
Well,
I gave to Wilhelm.
If you still have his shield, then yeah, you still have his shield.
I'm just asking if it's still gonna do anything.
I mean, you still have to be proficient with it, but yeah.
I'm just gonna like grab it, stick it in the ground, and be like, all right, cool, here. And just put that right in front of you where you're sitting down playing this song if you're seated. So you're
Oh, okay. You're using it to guard her, basically.
Okay, you stay safe.
Okay.
Right. Jab it into the sand and be like, all right, cool.
No,
And
that's
I'm
that's
gonna,
fair.
like, have my hands on my short bow and just like hold my action to run out there if anybody needs me to hit something.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's not a problem at all. All right. The Phoenix will, of course, stay right at the edge of the campfire light. They won't go into the darkness, but they won't get any closer. Which brings us to them. With Vanwarin going underground, they've lost interest and immediately begin to drift on out of the firelight.
Well, that in itself is a very very interesting thing.
Which, unless you guys want to keep attacking them, will bring us out of initiative. If you guys let them drift on their way, you're good.
I'm just
Oh.
having a lie down, you know.
Yeah,
Well-
Saoirse has no interest in attacking, so she's
Yeah.
going to stop playing at this point.
Okay.
Kaz was never like one didn't understand what the hell these things were, other
Well-
than floaty, dangerous things.
I will say this: aside from the damage done by Jeff, like the 8 points that Vanwarin did with the axe, they immediately healed back when they exploded.
Oh,
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
So basically, the only real damage that was done to them permanently was by Jeff.
Yes. Jeff was the star of the show there.
And so, how is Jeff doing now? Is he?
He's
is
fine.
The lizard good?
Jeff is such a good boy.
Yeah, he didn't take any damage.
Beautiful boy. I love him. I'll cuddle Jeff. He's giving him a cuddle. Oh, good boy.
So yes, Vanwarin, are you going to stand your ground? Or are you going to come back out at some point?
I will come up for air when I need it.
Nope. Stamp down a little bit. Stamp down his head. No, not yet. Not yet. No. Not yet.
I will come up for air when I need it.
No, not yet.
I will come up for
No.
air
Not yet. Not yet.
when I need it.
Not
So
yet.
So where were we? As far as? So Uki had wandered off to go take a bio break, came back. All this was breaking loose. So we were about to start our watch rotation for this camp, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. After seeing this, Uki's like, I'm gonna take first watch. She just gets when she sees this sort of thing, she's gonna go ahead and be like, I'm just keep an eye on things for a bit. So
That's fair.
I picked the shield back up and go over to where Vanwarin was in the ground.
Now
and then
I'll
I,
lift my. Now I'll lift my foot up and allow the elf to come up.
No,
All
I'll,
good.
I'll look around. I guess I'll find Archibald and get one of the poles from the tent that we need to set up, and go over there and see if I can't like push it into the ground to give him some air.
You're going to try and calm the Phoenix too?
I'll do that when I get back.
All
The
right.
first thing I want to do is make sure he can breathe down there,
Who?
so he doesn't Vanwarin. So that
Oh,
he
no,
doesn't
he's
get back
out.
out of the ground.
He's out. He's out. You're good.
Okay, never mind.
Give me a survival roll if you want to try and calm the Phoenix down.
Oh.
Well,
Well,
should be good.
easy.
Okay, you're good.
Ooh, what a roll!
Although that was survival for the carrier ant.
The carrier,
Red.
the carrier can track us wherever we go. The carrier's like,
Archibald is
I can follow you
assisting me.
everywhere.
Archibald is assisting me. Don't question it.
Archibald's
Assisting
just, he's caressing the Phoenix. Like, it's okay. It's okay.
With this antennae, like, it's good. You're good. You good.
That is because however you created them as NPCs with sheets, it's put them under like group possession, so any of us can decide.
Oh, yeah. I wanted you all to be able to
Hey,
control
I'm a
them.
Phoenix now.
Oh my god.
actually,
when-
what this means is that the carrier ant sees the Phoenix as being part of their own colony, because what they will do when this kind of thing happens is they will groom. If this is how you deal with red, I swear, they go to groom the one that's down. So that's total natural behavior for ants.
There you go.
Just
look at
saying.
that.
Just saying.
I'm actually glad you said that. We're going to make a note of that because the carrier ant is a new addition to the Cairne bestiary. So
Well, it's thought, it's thought that the way that you impact an ant population is take away their ability to go out and forage for food. so they
That's
can't
true.
forage for food when they're busy trying to take care of of
The
one that's
queen.
down. So.
Awesome.
No, not
Yeah.
not even just the queen, just any other
Yeah.
ant. Yeah,
Well, yeah.
Awesome.
That's
I'll definitely.
true.
We'll have to chat about it offline or in the
Oh, yeah.
Discord. But yeah, this is
Definitely.
a major research for how to control red and ported fire ants in the U.S. So
No, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Burrito.
So,
yeah,
Yeah.
real quick,
And,
does anyone need a bio or a drink refill before we carry on? Because we're going for the home stretch after this.
I'm actually good for a little while.
Yeah.
I think. I hope.
Everybody?
All right. I mean,
Can I-
real short bio for me, but I mean, I can just like
All right, yeah.
pop back and
Well, no, that's all right. We'll do a real quick 5 minute because I actually need to hit the bio myself.
Do it.
So we will be
5 minutes.
right back after these messages from our sponsors.
All right.
Here we go. We're coming back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me pull that down. Oh my goodness, I was blacked out there. All right, so we have narrowly avoided the void wisps. Yeah, I'm not talking to you right now because I'm playing D&D. Okay. Sorry. So we narrowly avoided the void wisps.
However,
and I'm taking the first watch with listener, I assume.
I'm gonna give you guys the rest of the night out of kindness. I usually roll for Maundering Monsters,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna give you the rest of the night out of an act of kindness.
Oh, thank you.
Wilhelm, would you like to tend to our injured Galdowina friend at all?
Yes, I've been waiting for him to pop up so I could treat him.
He's up.
Okay.
He's up. Kaz let him up finally.
Alrighty. So
yeah, eventually the foot came up. It's like
Are you still down there?
I've got to ask. I've got to ask, like, because like I've never seen those buggers before in my life. However, they seem to really like your big pointy ears. I mean, they didn't seem interested in the rest of us, but they really want to be with you.
listener may want to open up a line.
I'm sorry, I was distracted for a moment.
That's okay.
Listener is like, he's just inwardly overjoyed that he got to live and keep the book. He didn't expect that.
He thought they were coming after him.
Bless.
He would poke you to explain because Vanwarin probably would just assume it's because he's the greatest thing in the universe. Naturally, the earth bends in his direction.
Yeah.
But listener will nudge at your mind and attempt to explain. He carries an artifact of great power, and the creatures, they simply go wherever the flow of the earth takes them.
That is
I'll
a.
assist Wilhelm if he'll let me.
All right. Well, that's a success, Wilhelm. Go ahead and roll for your healing.
You said it's void damage.
Yeah.
So not really sure which one to use.
It would basically be the same as a burn.
Okay, so a poultice?
Yeah, poultice would be perfect.
Okay. And we will do a poultice. Now, due to my abilities, you heal
Dun dun dun.
Drum roll, please.
3 points.
A D
5.
3000.
2.
2. So 5 altogether?
5 altogether, yeah.
All right.
My botany skill.
Excellent. Excellent.
Oh.
So yeah, he's got little poultices kind of stuck on the burnt areas of his flesh.
Plus an additional 2.
So
sorry, that's a 7.
7 points. That's even better. There you go, Vanwarin.
That's
Guys, did
almost
you know
like
that my
having a hit
battle axe
die.
could explode?
No, it kind of all looks all cuddly.
Yeah.
Let me cuddly.
I don't think it was your battle axe. I think it might have been that.
Oh,
No.
But
My
You
battle
know what?
axe.
different.
why
toy.
don't you try it on something else when we ask you to? Don't just try it on things.
It's a good thing you said that because I was about to. Well, it's okay.
I know. You bit me before. I know I have to be careful with my words.
This is true. So
Don't bite me. Don't bite me.
just to usher us along, as much as I do love the banter, don't get me wrong. Like I said, the rest of the night goes uneventfully. Vanwarin, you'll heal back 1 more hit point if you rest, for a grand total of 8 out of 11. So it's actually pretty good, all things considered, the way this world works. Like I said, 1 more day of travel and you'll be in Butcher's Block by evening. Do you guys want to make that push?
Yep.
I'm happy with that.
Should we make a full push, or should we maybe go half the distance, so a half day's travel, and then set up for camp? I know that means we'd spend an extra night, but it means when we got to Butcher's Block, it wouldn't be nightfall.
Just keep in mind, you're on the edge of the blight. You have no idea what's going to come out of those dark shadows.
That, and it's pretty dark even in the daytime, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dwarf is kind of looking and going. You seem to be willing to want to, I don't know, toss a coin at any particular bloody point in your life. I mean, thing is, you want to take a chance. Just bloody do it.
I agree. If we're gonna move, we should move and go. Why
Alright.
not just stay here and leave camp set up and stop disturbing somebody who has void injuries?
He's actually pretty alright, all things considered.
Yeah, what?
How?
I mean,
he was healed for 8 points and he took 22 points a day.
No, he only took 11. He made his save.
Okay. He made this. Okay.
Yeah, he made his
So
save.
he's- Maybe if we give him a little more time, he could heal the entire way. That way, when we get out there, we can go.
Oh,
Maybe
you're like
facing even
you're
more
raring to go
serious
fight.
dangers by dawdling.
Yeah.
Unless I'm crazy, I don't know.
Yeah, Genesis wants to get into a fight with the butcher.
I never said that.
While the discussion is ongoing, listener actually checks the food supplies and water supplies, more relevant to him. Seeing as we have now 2 further companions that may or may not have arrived, well provisioned themselves.
It's actually starting to get a little sparse. I'm not gonna lie. Water especially. You've maybe got another 2 days worth of water, based upon current usage.
Yeah, bugger.
Listener issues his vote to progress into the city.
All right.
You don't need to dawdle. Not with all the dangers that are out here.
Yeah, Uki is also in favor of moving, keeping moving.
Hey, look.
Probably more of a take damage.
If I could send my mate out to find more water, that would give all of us like enough to go on for a while.
I will
I
say
would.
I will say there is absolutely no way you're going to find any water out here that isn't completely poisonous.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly. So it's like if I could do it, I totally would,
Mhm.
because this boy is just like the best thing I've ever met.
He's a good boy.
He's
Who's
a good
boy?
boy. He's a
Finding
good
air
boy.
So
that
what?
isn't poisonous is a pretty big ask out here.
Yeah. What is your final decision as a group?
I, I I think as a group we need to be together and like, you know, find water and
Wilhelm?
food and stuff we can all live on.
Yeah.
I think the majority vote
Wait.
is full day's journey and not split it up.
So
Just
push
go
on.
Godspeed, because there's no way that we can find fresh water out here.
Yeah.
It would all be poisoned, and we don't need to waste any days or any rations. So it'd be better to just full day's travel into the butcher's block.
All right.
Yeah. Wilhelm, you on board with that?
That seems to be what everyone. That seems to be the majority's vote. I will go with that.
All right. So it's uneventful. Occasionally, I will say, the deeper in you go, like it all of you will have these moments where you catch movement in the shadows, things at the corner of your eye, sounds that are unsettling. There's this misty miasma that just blots out the sun. It's a dim dusk style light everywhere you go. You can feel the pressure of the blight on you. It's wearing on you. You can feel weary, you're tired, you're thirsty, you're hungry. And even it's starting to affect your moods. So as night falls, you're all feeling a little sour, depressed, irritable, hungry, uncomfortable. Even you, listener, like, you haven't had a normal amount of sunlight, and everything you have gotten has been strained through, the dusk. So as you guys pull up and begin to enter the ruins of Butcher's Block, none of you are in a particularly good mood.
Well, no bloody wonder.
So yeah.
Stinks of bloody minerals.
So please let me know you can see your tokens. Yes.
I see my token.
Can't see myself, yes.
Mine.
I see only myself, but now I see people moving. I see
Yeah.
shadows moving.
All right.
It
So
should be scary, but I think it's party
I don't-
members.
just
I don't
to
think
well,
I don't see much.
it is dark right now. It's pitch black. Two of you I know have dark vision for sure.
Yeah, all I see is black, and I don't see my token. So
Oh. Hang
Wait,
on.
does Saoirse have dark vision?
I don't think so. Oh wait, here we go. Uki, there you go.
oh, wonderful.
Can you see now?
I've been
Yeah.
able to see.
Oh
can't-
yeah, no, there is some ambient light here. There's a little.
Oh, okay.
In fact, right here, there's a little bit of fire coming off this wall. That's giving some light.
All right. Then I'm probably good in terms of like vision. I can see my token and I can see.
Careful there, Genesis.
People.
Where are the Phoenix?
Genosis. Yep.
They're right
I
here.
can see it.
Oh, I can't see those at all.
Can you not?
No.
Oh,
No.
you should be
If you
able
could
to.
move those up near me, that would be great. I think. I
Here.
can move some of them. I can move. Yeah, I move some of them.
Can you see them?
That's
Okay, yeah, you can see them.
Just gonna,
Where's
is that
our?
everybody?
Where's our? No, we're missing our aunt, aren't we?
And
Yeah,
we're
that's what I was
missing one
thinking.
Phoenix.
Are we missing
Yeah,
a
that's
phoenix
only
too?
3 of them. Yeah, that's only 3 of them. No,
We
the
need the
ants
cat- oh.
underneath the. Yeah.
Oh, I was planning on eating one. Sorry.
No.
Oh, there's
The lizard
the
ate
ant.
it.
Okay, so there's 3 Phoenix and an ant.
We're missing a phoenix.
Yes.
Yep.
There you
Okay.
go. So be careful moving. If anybody moves too far up and gets into trouble, you might be on your own.
That was just for me to get all of the.
No,
goodies
you're
within
good.
a-
You're good. So
Within a pack.
as you guys approach Butcher's Block, you realize that this was at one time a joint settlement based upon the ruins, the bones, and whatnot you're seeing. You see elven skeletons, you see halfling skeletons, human skeletons, and some type of giant creature remains. The buildings are long since fallen to extreme levels of disrepair. Up above you, here, appears to be some main large structure, at least it had been at one point. There's a fire burning at the corner of the wall coming out of the mouth of a statue, a bas-relief of some type of long-lost creature, perhaps even a deity of some type. It's hard to say. There's a little bit of light coming through the breach in the wall here as well. Off in the distance to the north, those of you who can see what was at one point a very large statue that has long since toppled over into rubble. Once again, skeletons and broken tools and weapons litter the baked earth below your feet. You have arrived at Butcher's Block.
Dun dun dun.
The big reveal.
Everybody's real timid about
Big
going
reveal
forward.
is- There's nothing here, guys. I'm sorry. We wasted your time.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
No, haha, I got you. No.
Well,
It's
you
a
know
tourist
what?
attraction.
Preliminary. Let's see how invisible I am today.
All right,
I'm not doing bad.
not bad, not bad.
Apparently, my passive still keeps looking and going, what?
And Prim, it's possible they could be furbolgs. It's hard to say, just based on the remains.
Oh, I just wanted to know out of character.
Oh yeah. Vanwarin disappears into the shadows.
Vanwarin freaking disappears completely. Yeah.
He is way better at this than I am, and I am literally see-through.
You still shimmer, so you're probably catching like a little bit of the ambient light at the edges, but you're mostly invisible.
It's your personality shining through.
Hmm.
Well, I guess since we're all doing it, might as well just hop on in on the stealth train.
So yeah, Butcher's Block.
Oof.
So right there at the edge of hearing, in the distance, you hear.
Mm-hmm.
Is that someone singing? Singing?
Someone's singing.
It's him. Everyone, it's him. It's the one who stole the key.
Oh. Apparently, I guess I just must have missed him because I was looking up the tone, didn't see a thing, but okay.
I heard that singing before he disappeared off with it.
Dwarfs just.
And I'm like frantically looking around for where he is, considering what I know of him and have guessed from sussing it out with the listener that he is indeed the butcher. So I'm just like, yeah. I'm looking for him.
It does sound kind of distant. Like I said, there is a little light that breaches through this break in the wall here.
Listener will approach the wall there until he can see what could be casting the light from within.
All right.
You let me know how close I have to get for that.
Go ahead. All right. So you're starting to get into it. So about ahead of you, right here. Hopefully you can see it.
Yes.
There appears to be a large stone slab, roughly 13 by 13 foot square, covered in dried blood, fresh blood, and various states of viscera. The ground beneath it also is stained and spattered. The parched earth failing to soak up the large amounts that one time may have spilled here. It's hard to say what this may have been at one time, perhaps a tower or a small outpost at some point. But some of the blood is remarkably fresh.
I observe for spirits here in the vicinity.
All right. As you open up your eyes to look for spirits, as you basically let your guard down and let them come into vision, let's say, it's almost overwhelming. Like it's just teeming with spirits, some of them in agony, some of them in fear, some of them in joy, some of them in just average day to day, all going about their business, milling all around you. It's dizzying, the amount of spirits around you right now. At some point, this must have been heavily occupied territory. You see elves, you see halflings, you see humans, you see giant kin. Shawnakesians, yeah. They're a little harder to pick out because now they're easy because of the scarring. Back then, the only way you could pick them out is they were probably the most beautiful person in the room.
Yeah.
And probably had slightly shorter ears than the elves.
True.
Probably. Slightly.
Almost nothing
Little
has
tiny bit.
changed.
Elves.
Listeners, he's gonna do his level best to take all of this in, but it's probably gonna stun him for a little bit. It's a big problem. He's not the fastest guy at this sort of thing, so he'll be standing there long enough for everybody else to do things.
It's a lot. What's everybody else doing? Anything?
Saoirse's just kind of waiting for Listener to come back with his report because she's a skittish one. She's always been a skittish one. Now she's especially skittish.
All right.
And on her guard.
Yeah, Uki's kind of just looking around. As she can't see too far, but she's looking around and being very just on guard as well. I say on guard. She's got her pistol out.
All right. The animals are tense. They're on edge. I will say. In fact, you guys are feeling that a little bit too. Like this is a place of ancient history, and a lot of tragedy and death has occurred here. You can feel it in the air.
Well, Saoirse knows what's here and what he does. Like, I'm pretty sure Saoirse, actually told everyone that this is the butcher that we're going to face. The butcher is the one who has the key, and the butcher is out here murdering Shawnakesians and elves.
It could be right. It could be right.
So,
Kaz and Uki may not be, Kaz and Uki may be the only two who aren't up on all the information, but I'm pretty sure Saoirse told Vanwarin, Genesis, Listener, and Wilhelm what we were going into.
Oh, absolutely guaranteed. Kaz is definitely not up on any information.
So, there's a small shift of shadow atop the plinth. Listener.
Yes.
And you see movement up there.
I peer closer, trying to draw my attention away from the writhing mass of overlapping spirits to this one real creature.
All right. You see a familiar face staring back at you.
Is it very small?
Oh yeah. Did you see it? I think I just shared it.
Saoirse shared that memory with listener, so listener knows.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you see him? Did the picture share?
Yeah.
Okay, just
It
making
shared.
sure.
It didn't share to me. I think it only shared to Saoirse.
Oh, here. Well, let's fix that. Oh, yes. How about now?
Hey, there he is.
He's,
There's that boy.
He's staring at you, smiling. Steely mouth, sharp tooth grin.
All right. You know, I'm the type who's not put off by long silences. So I'm just gonna, stand. I'm looking at him. He's the most interesting thing in the room, and it's a pretty interesting room, so that's saying a lot.
He's just staring at you for now.
Saoirse wants to mentally reach out to listener. Like, I assume the line's still open, and she just wants to tell listener to be careful. That's a butcher. Well, he knows that, but yeah.
Vanwarin wants to dig them big boy bones.
The butcher.
He may attack without provocation. Just be careful.
So far, listener's the only one up there with him. Vanwarin's digging around at them big boy bones.
I'd like to remove a glass vial and get it ready in my hand in case I need to use it.
All right. So, from within the ruin where listener is, you hear a voice begin to speak. It says, "Aye there, look at you now, come to visit me here in me own home. I've never cut one of you apart before, but I'm sure you'd make a fine stew. Come closer, boy. Come closer. Let's have a good look at you."
Listener doesn't come any closer, but he does pull back the hood. And I don't remember. I didn't get a chance to even try and talk to him mentally last time. Let's try that. Let's reach out.
No, you never got a chance because the only one who got to talk to him was, even have a chance to talk to him was Saoirse.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Make a wisdom save, listener.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Oh,
Nice. Nice.
It's not bad.
Damn.
What do you mean not bad? That was
It
amazing.
was pretty amazing.
So
So,
20, fam.
I will say
I'm
this.
saving that one.
Amazing.
The memory of an entire personal racial genocide sweeps through the collective. Like the entire collective reels from it. Like the pain, the agony, the despair, the hopelessness just of an entire race just wiped through the collective mind. You're reeling a little bit, but you're holding your ground.
Very good. I'm going to make a roll just for myself here. 1 second.
Okay.
No, we won't do much.
Oh, dang.
That. Holy shit.
Shit. Well.
What?
Okay.
What was that? What was that? 1 in 400 earlier?
No
1
kidding.
in 400.
Well, I don't think I've told anybody. I've been making these rolls basically the whole game whenever listener is, exposed to something that might advance his comprehension of death.
That's insane.
I'm thinking on that one I'm gonna have something happen
And do
with
these
him later.
saving
Keep an eye
throws, if you
out.
make,
All right.
if you happen to make them, does that mean that you they mean nothing to you, or does it mean Oh, that could be something special later.
That's something special
Means you're a
later.
good and strong and powerful boy.
That is awesome.
So
So yes,
as you
continue, please. That's very
as
interesting for me, though.
as you do this, he shakes his head and says, you're not going to want to peek around in there very much now."
Well, if I've withstood the onslaught, right? I would like to impress him, basically, by still being capable of communication. And just a simple response, saying, I do not think we would. Before our time.
Well, you're not here alone, are ya? Because I see the rest of you standing back there, cowering in the shadows, mind ya, like little children. Come on forward, let's have a good look at you. I'd like to know what's going in me soup pop.
Hmm?
I will walk forward and move up to where listener is.
Go ahead, move your mini.
I am.
Oh, there's another brave one. And look at you. One of the ones that brought the darkness down upon us all. Aren't you a brave one?
I am who I am. I am here to help.
And let's not dally. Come on, the rest of you. I see you back there hiding. Come on forward now.
Yeah, at that point, well, I'll walk forward.
Alright. Go ahead and move them on up.
I'll not be known as being afraid.
I'm staying right where I'm at.
Uki's not afraid. She just doesn't trust. She's distrusting him.
I'll not be known as I'm afraid. Even.
Oh, it won't be known that you. It won't be known that you're afraid.
No,
Precisely where I am right now. Like, I'm not
it will
moving
not be known that I'm afraid.
Not
Even
moving
just-
even in an inch. Not at all. Not even a millimeter.
So is that one of the Galdashaw elves I see right there creeping up behind you? One of the ones that brought the blade down upon me mother and father. My brother and sister. My lover. My friend. The one that laid low everyone that ever mattered to me. Is that you I see hiding back there?
To be fair, that wasn't me, but
Oh, of course not. You're just a child, weren't you?
yes.
Just a wee boy. Step forward. Let's have a look at you.
Okay, so at that point, Kaz looks back at the elf and goes, "Really? Really?"
Well, I mean, he's not wrong. It's just I don't really care.
So you've all come to visit me. What's brought you here? Where's the little Shanakesian gal? Come forward, lass. Let's have a look at you too. I believe I have something that's important to you.
And I step up.
Ah, there she is. Suppose you'll be wanting this then, and he holds the key up.
Yes, I do believe that belongs to me.
Belongs to you now. Do you even know what it is?
I know that's the key of the Somnambulist prophecy, and I'm here to fulfill that.
Oh, are ya? You've got some big britches there, don't you, lass? So, listen.
I may, but
Listen to me now. I could save you a whole lot of trouble. Murder the whole lot of you. Put you in me soup pot and you'd never have to worry about it again. What do you say?
You could try.
Listener considers this offer.
But you don't know what you're asking for here, do you? You don't know what this key goes to. You don't know where it's going to be leading you. You don't even know who I am. You don't even know me name. Do you?
What
You
is
know
your name?
that-
My name.
Listeners, go on,
that-
please.
Shit. I didn't even think of that. I was thinking of it just saying, we all know that your name's Trouble.
With a capital
Shit.
T.
Actually, asking him his name, that's fucking genius.
Listener offers his take, which is directly to the butcher over the link.
Hmm.
You are halfling. You are last. And now you must stand for all of your kind.
You're a quite wise one, but you don't know what you think you do.
Ho
You, Shanakeesian lass, step up to the plinth. Come on now, don't be shy. Step forward.
The dwarf steps forward, not without the rest of us.
I've only spoken to her now, Short Pants.
That's true.
You'll get your turn.
That's true.
You'll get your turn. Come on, lass. Step forward.
I will not.
Are you
I
afraid
don't know
of
what
me?
you have against Shawnekeesians when we have done nothing to your kind.
Why do you think I have something against your lass?
Why do
Perhaps
you want to kill me so bad?
I've never said a word about killing you, have I?
Soup pot.
I don't want to be an ingredient in your soup pot either.
He did ask. He did not say he was going to. Just asked.
You're not really helping the situation here with that kind of
Sorsha.
verbiage.
Sorsha. Sorsha. And as he says your name, his voice morphs and slowly begins to sound like that of your father. Sorsha. Come forward.
Saoirse is terrified, but she stands guard.
Come on,
Not my
lass.
father.
Step forward. Do you want your key or don't you? I'm not going to hurt you. I've got no ill intent for you at all. But you have to trust me if you want this key.
Saoirse is going to glance around at the party, give them an eye to tell them to be on their guard, and she is going to step forward.
There you go. The bravest one among you. He very quickly kind of lurches forward till he's right in your face. He can smell the smell of sulfur and rotten meat coming off his breath. And he leans in and whispers, Sorsha, I need you to listen to me, love. Alright? It's very important. Do I have your ear?
She nods but doesn't say anything.
I met another somnambulist some time ago, and it was of me mind that I might have a wee bit of a taste. But she wasn't having it. Not at all. Not at all. For she said she held the second part of a key, and that I would have to hold it until you got here, and brought me the first. Hold out your hand, love.
I hold it out.
Now look me in the eye and say I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
As you say those words, a brilliant light flashes out from his eyes, blinding, nearly blinding to all. You close your eyes, everybody kind of guards their eyes as you do. And when the light fades, standing in his place is this.
What?
Hair.
And
A
then-
wee little halfling maiden.
And an otherworldly voice. You hear her speak. I was once she who cared for all, patron of the wee folk, lost to the blight, lost to the greed of the tall ones. Take the scroll from my hand, and perhaps you may find a way to right the wrong that bit me so foul so long ago. And she holds the scroll out to you.
I take the scroll and I say, I want to right this wrong for everyone, for this world, for Cairn.
I wish
I
you the
will.
best. She
Thank
leans
you.
down, gently takes your face, lays a small, gentle kiss upon your forehead.
And I truly am sorry.
She,
From the depths of my heart. I will make this right.
she smiles as you said that. And then immediately just falls to dust at your feet.
What? Saoirse's just sort of awestruck right now. And as much as I would like to read the scroll, we should probably leave this cliffhanger for next time.
Well, I'll show you the scroll real quick if you want to see it.
I do want to see it, but we'll roleplay it out next time. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
show it to me.
Here, I will put this in your journals. I'll put it in everybody's journals unless you want to keep it to yourself.
I mean, she'll be showing it to everyone.
There you go.
Oh.
Bruh.
Good meme.
Oh.
Good meme. Hello.
So does anyone speak Halfling?
Well,
Or-
given that it's a dead race,
Or have the ability to decipher texts that you don't know?
No.
Maybe I could try.
depends how much
I love that.
time I have.
I love that. Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. There's a lot of
That's a
a lot of
whole lot
book
of.
learning.
That's a whole lot of no.
There's a whole lot of book learning he did. There might be something in there like how to crack code and stuff.
It's a whole lot of no.
So we
You know
will.
what? We will see if the dice says yes next time.
We will.
That is true. We will see that.
We
That'd
will.
be great.
I
If
think
you
that
roll natural 20, then
you never
fair
know.
play.
I think that is a good place to wrap for now. So I'd like to thank you guys for doing a fantastic job of getting here. That's right. And I'd like to thank all of you watching for joining us, and those of you watching in the future for joining us.
Thank you, Church.
Thank you. You guys are excellent additions to our little family, our little group here. We'd love to have you. And of course, I'd like to big round of applause for Vanwarin making it back to us. We'd love having you.
Woo.
Yes, I love being me.
Vanwarin, we love you being you. But yes, thank you for joining us. Thank you for subscribing, following, liking, and of course, if you want to, please, by all means, send us money so that we can get our pilot episode filmed to send to Netflix. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.